Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and here's another Meals of the Week video, and I hope that it finds you safe and well and that you guys have had some good things to eat this week. On the end of the video, as usual, there's a little bit of Wales, and it is Ceredigion Beach this time, Poppet Sands, and also a little update on the pond and a kind of glimpse into the greenhouse, although not an in-depth one, and then just a little garden update as well. So anyway, I hope you stay on for that, but if not, we'll crack on and I'll show you what we had for our meals this week. So on Sunday, which was actually Easter Sunday, I just did a salad because we'd eaten a roast the night before. So it was just cold meat and cheese, and that's some of the Mexicana cheese there. Some salad and some skin-on fries. These are just McCain fries. Some cheesy coleslaw, some of my spicy beetroot that I like so much, and also some of the spicy tomato relish or chutney that I've just found and love. So I don't know how many calories that is, because I wasn't counting. It was Easter Sunday and I'd eaten my own body weight in chocolate, so it doesn't really matter what a salad with a few chips counted as in terms of calories. So that was Easter Sunday, just a simple salad. And then on Monday we came home and I just got something out of the freezer. So this was a pre-batch cook of chili. So I just served that with rice and a few Doritos, and that was 482 calories. And I think chili is one of the things that actually gets better the longer you keep it. So I know this was frozen, but I think it's always better the second day whether you freeze it or not. But yeah, so chili, 482 calories. And then on Tuesday, we just had something really simple, which, as Karen from the family Seesaw calls it, is brinner. That's breakfast for dinner. And so I had some bacon, a couple of eggs, some beans and tomatoes, and a blob of brown sauce in the middle, if you're wondering what that brown bit is in the middle of the plate. So that was all of 550 calories, and I haven't burnt the bacon. That's how I like my bacon. I like it really well done. And yeah, the eggs I actually cooked in oil. I normally try to dry fry them and they end up a bit ugly. So these were fine. Anyway, it was really nice for a change. We very rarely have a cooked breakfast for breakfast, but we quite often like having it for our dinner. And then on Wednesday, something really simple, and again from the freezer, but that's what batch cooking is for, isn't it? You get ahead of yourself and then you've got some quick meals if you've got a lot going on. So this was savoury mince, and I've just served it with peas and broccoli and some gravy. My husband had mashed potatoes with his, but I'm wanting to keep calories low on some of the meals during the week. I'm actually going to do a video on my weight loss, and I will talk a bit more about that on there, but at the moment I'm maintaining, and that was 337 calories, 337. And then on Thursday I did something I've never done before, and this was a quesadilla, I think, anyway. So I just fried up some chicken, onions, peppers in some Cajun spices, and then I piled it into it was a gluten-free wrap, and then put some Mexicana cheese on it, and then just fried it on both sides with a few sprays of oil, and served it with salad and homemade guacamole, and that was 473 calories. It was delicious, it really was. And then on Friday we just did a really quick chicken stir fry. Now normally stir fries are done by my husband, but I was cooking tonight, so yeah, I did this stir fry. It was a pack of stir-fry vegetables from the supermarket because they're just so convenient, and you get like things that you wouldn't normally have in there. And I put some extra peppers in, some onions, and then fried it all off with some chicken, some soy sauce, and garlic, of course, garlic, and yeah, that, and I also mixed the rice in with it as well, and it was really tasty, and that was 336 calories, and yeah, really enjoyed that for a change. I don't, like I say, I don't normally cook the stir fries that we have. That's my husband's domain, but yeah, it was quite good. I quite enjoyed the sizzling. And then on Saturday, something really simple, which was cauliflower cheese. And I put some bacon in it as well. And as I was cooking this, because I use the time when I'm cooking usually to catch up on my YouTube videos, so I was watching a Kerry Jervis video, and she was talking about the fact that she was having cauliflower cheese, and she always puts mustard and garlic powder into the cheese sauce. So I did that actually, and it was really delicious. So I've served it here with just some broccoli. And this was a really nice meal. Every time I do cauliflower cheese for a meal, I say we're going to have this more often because it's so cheap, and also just really tasty, and it's just the kind of thing that you can just shovel in. So yeah, I'm not sure on the calories. I mean, I actually made a proper cheese sauce instead of using a packet sauce because it was the weekend and I just wanted the cauliflower cheese to be lovely. So yeah, cauliflower cheese, who knows how many calories, but it was very nice. And if you're leaving at this point, thanks very much for watching Meals of the Week. I'll be back on Wednesday with another video, but if you are staying on, I've just got a little bit to show you of some Ceredigion, and also a little bit of a catch up in the garden. If you're leaving at this point, thanks so much for watching. So this was actually on Easter Monday, so Bank Holiday Monday, and this is Poppet Sands in, well, it's actually in Pembrokeshire, just over the border. The River Tyvy is really the border between, at this point, the border between Pembrokeshire and Ceredigion. And so, yeah, it was so windy and absolutely freezing cold, and the sand was just being blasted right across the beach. But it was really brisk and bracing and just nice to get out. And we found this shelter which somebody had obviously built to shelter themselves from the wind, and they'd obviously had a fire as well, and there were like a few things in there for seats. But I just thought that was worthwhile showing you. I love what you find on this beach. It's the kind of beach that gets a lot of flotsam and jetsam. I'm not even sure what that is really, but I think it's what you say. And there's loads of driftwood. So it's always interesting to have a look at what people do with it. And just in the sand dunes just over there, there's like these little houses that we call them hobbit houses. I'm sure they're not hobbits. Well, they might be, I suppose. Anyway, this is a boy, not a male child, obviously, a marine boy. And when we first started coming to Poppet, that was bright orange, and it's always in the same position. And yeah, and it's faded over the years. We've been coming here so many years. And you can see that there's a lot of driftwood that's been pushed up, and that kind of comes up during the winter as well. And lots of people collect it and build little sculptures out of it. But you can see here how windy it was that day, how the sand had built up against this log, and yeah, it was really so windy and blustery, but just so lovely to be out. And that's just a shot up towards the Tyvy waterside, which is a pub that we go to sometimes in the summer. And there then back in Powys, and this is the pond. So I'm not sure you can actually see very well, but there are actually quite a few tadpoles on the floor of the pond, and you can just see one swimming away there in the middle of the screen. So they're at tadpole stage, and apparently I've been doing my research on frogs. It takes about 21 days for them to turn from the eggs into the tadpoles, and then another 6 to 9 weeks before they become tadpoles with 2 legs. And then 12 weeks from the beginning, they become froglets at that stage, and then they start to go out of the pond and they have to breathe through lungs. But at the moment they operate like fish and breathe through gills. So yeah, that's the frogs. I'll keep you up to speed with the frogs as they develop. It's quite exciting. There's definitely not that many in there anymore. Apparently about 3,000 eggs get laid by a single frog, and then only about 50 make it. So I suppose it's safety in numbers. Anyway, we've had a little bridge built. It's not quite finished. We're going to get some steps up to it and things, and make a proper path. But this is to make the journey to the greenhouse a bit easier and quicker. And so, yeah, so that's the bridge we've had built. It's very simple and it will weather. It looks a bit out of place at the moment, but it will weather, and we'll probably have to put some mesh across it because I've got a feeling those sleepers are going to be quite slippery if it's raining. So forgive me for the camera movement here. I'm just walking towards the greenhouse, and also forgive that pile of complete rubbish. We've been sorting stuff out. And so, yeah, this is the greenhouse. And that sentry box thing is at the back. That's actually a toilet. We don't use it as a toilet, of course. We've advanced. But yeah, so this is the state of the greenhouse at the moment. We use the little shed for tools, by the way, in case you're wondering. And I saw a barn owl in there. I was looking for our neighbour's cat who'd gone missing, and I looked in there and there was a barn owl staring straight back at me. It was amazing. Anyway, this is the mess that the greenhouse is in, and over the next week or so I'm going to be spending a bit of time down there clearing it all out. We've got quite a few piles of brush around that we need to sort out as well from where we cut things down, but actually the birds really like these piles, so I think we might keep them because they like kind of they all congregate in them, and I imagine there might even be some nests in there, so we'll probably just leave them where they are. We've got enough space that we don't have to worry about that really. And we've cut paths through the rushes in the field, and we leave the rushes because there's also wildflowers and things, and the pheasants nest in there too, and also there's lots of like little rodents. Over the winter we actually had a pygmy shrew. It came into the house. I thought it was a spider because it ran across the floor, and I thought it was like a massive spider. I mean, they're really tiny, but yeah, anyway, I'm banking on again. Anyway, so we've cut paths through there, and yeah, so yeah, that's a bit of an update on the garden, the greenhouse, and of course the frogs. So if you are still here at this point, thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you've taken time out of your day to watch this video. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for that. And if you're not, perhaps you could consider subscribing. Again, we're nearly at the 2,000 mark and it is really exciting. So yeah, it would be great if you could subscribe, and of course press the notification buttons and so that you will know when I put videos up. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I feel like I'm just asking you for things at the moment, right? Yeah, and can you come round and do my ironing? If only. Anyway, so thanks for watching. You take care. Look after yourself and those that you love, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe. Bye bye.